Okay, again, I apologize for getting interrupted again for a third time. I guess we have to learn some patience, don't we, or something? Because Lord knows I have none. Or do I not? I do not have any. I possess little to no patience. However, to recap, this is going to be your extended because I got interrupted the first time doing the extended. So apparently the messages weren't meant to be. So therefore, I did another spread. This is where I'm clarifying the previous spread. To recap, you have the Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, followed by the Justice card, the Devil, the Death card, and the Ten of Cups, followed by the Moon, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Wands. What I got from that storyline was new beginnings, because you pretty much clarified what you wanted in life, out of life, and to do in life. Libra could be possibly resonating with, because you could be a Libra sun, moon, or rising, or whatever placement that you resonate mostly with while getting, receiving, or going through a reading. Again, the Justice could be full clarification of mind, body, and spirit. The Devil, the Death, and the Ten of Cups could possibly indicate new cycles, endings, and a peace in a sense of life where you're content because you no longer carry the baggage that you once did. The Moon, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Wands indicating Capricorn, Pisces, or Scorpio energy. Also indicating you could be in touch with your feelings. Not so much what's it called, divine feminine energy, just your emotions. Six of Wands could be meaning that you are feeling compassion because you are looked at as a leader. And in that sense, once you gain your leadership or your throne or your rightful place in this world, then possibly you could be venturing on into relationships, marriage, family life, or you're just content with the way things are. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and clarify some more, hence why I'm pulling cards from my Cosmic Tarot. To begin our clarification, we received the Hermit, followed from the Wheel of Fortune, indicating again your spiritual journey. What I was talking about before I got cut off was how in the native culture, when you become of age, you're to go and ascend on a journey. Now, I'm going to get pretty technical here, so if you don't agree or if it's just something you don't agree with, close your ears. Anyway, so you talk with your elders, you kind of find your direction, your way of life. Now, this is a spiritual journey. It's different from everybody. It's not the same. It is not meant to be the same. It's just meant for you to go get grounded, for you to seek spiritual guidance on which way you need to grow from there. Mostly in your teenage years, you go through this. But in the native culture, it's more of a spiritual journey because you want to be of sound mind and body as you enter into an adulthood. This phase is where you put forth the lessons that you learned, the advice, the stories, everything that is culture oriented. You twist and weave it into your own mind. And I think that's what this Death card came from. So whatever situation that you're dealing with, air sign, excuse me, I can see it as it's a lesson. So I'm not going to say karmic lesson. I'm not going to say spiritual lesson. I'm just going to say it's a lesson that you need to learn for your individual self. So then we had the Death card, which followed the High Priestess, indicating that, again, a death of a situation, followed by the Prince of Wands, where you no longer see something in a childlike way. You're wearing your leadership like, okay, so like I said before, when you're an adult, you incorporate the lessons that you learned as a child. This is you in that transition. Six of Cups, you may have fell in love and you may have seen clarity in a relationship to where how would you say, it's more childlike. There's more playfulness, or maybe you're not taking the relationship seriously, or maybe it's just in the new honeymoon stages where it's like, oh, I like this person, but I'm not gonna really go or put forth any effort. Maybe you have a crush on somebody. Once you let go of all the extra baggage, maybe you could open your eyes to potential relationships. Maybe because you see clearly, you know what you want out of life, out of a partner. There's things that you're not going to accept anymore, and maybe once you set these standards and you live by these standards and you hold everybody to the same standard, I guess. I don't know why I said that 3 times, but you hold everybody to this, and maybe once you're comfortable enough and you're sitting in your own right, then you can open up your eyes to having a potential relationship with somebody, because whatever lesson that you had to learn, you had to let go of all that extra baggage. It was holding you back from life, pretty much. But once you knew what needed to be done, and you did it. Could possibly be. But you did it because people look up to you, or maybe you're a parent, or maybe you're an aunt, grandma, grandpa, anybody who somebody would look up to. Are you with me so far? I hope so. Hope that wasn't a lot to unload. But I apologize again for the previous interruption, so I feel like this is necessary. Oh yeah, if you want to have further clarification or would like a personal reading, I will leave my email in the description box below. Then we can set something up. If this was all the clarification that you needed, that's awesome too. You could like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. Feedback is welcome. If you do not want to put anything on the internet, I understand some people are kind of sketchy about that. If you do want to leave me a message, if this resonated, you could also email me. Feel free. I check my email daily. Just because being a mom, you know how PTA stuff goes. Oh, I'll email you, Sally. Okay, Susan. I don't know why I said that, but I did. Maybe I am dealing with a parent. So we have the Ten of Cups, which was followed by the Hangman. So maybe you're up in the air about wanting a relationship. Maybe you're just like, I like this person. They make me feel good about myself. This is an awesome connection, but yet I'm on the fence because my last relationship, somebody ended up pissed off. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. There could have been a third-party situation. There could have been something dealing with a Scorpio that your previous relationship was not okay. Crazy. 6 of Wands followed by the 6 of Wands. This doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I have to show you the cards because it is, how would you say, very coincidental. So this leadership followed by this other 6 of Wands. So you are prideful. You take pride in the ones that look up to you. So maybe you have to present yourself in a way that, not necessarily that you always look good, but because people look up to you and like, okay, I have all the answers. Even though I don't have all the answers, I'm willing to put my pride aside and work through them. Just because of the fact of I want to set a good example for whoever it is that's looking up to you. So this could also be meaning in work where you take pride in your leadership skills, but you also are mindful of the way that you exert yourself, because people do look up to you and you don't want to send the wrong message. Like, there's one clear and concise message that you are trying to get across. Even if you're not, you will find the best way possible, because people in fact do look up to you. So then we had the Four of Wands followed by the Fool card. Again, I see this as being a new start in a relationship. Like I said, once you are where you need to or want to be in a work's fine, home life's fine, then I think essentially you are ready to start something serious in regarding to relationships, commitment. Because the Fool could be with the Aries, or it could just indicate new beginnings completely. I'm going to do more clarification with my Hobbit deck. It's a fairly new deck to add to my collection, so I was going to try something new with these extendeds and incorporate the deck into my readings. Again, why I just did a vague, generic reading, and I used all four decks in my extended, just for further clarification, so it resonates easier and better to whoever the audience is that is watching. Like I said, feel free to leave a comment, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Also, sending email is welcome as well. Maybe they don't want to be clarified. Maybe this is just enough to get by. Five of Coins. Again, searching for the light at the end of the tunnel. So with this new beginning and this hermit mode, you're looking for your own truth. So you're probably looking for the standards, that your boundaries. That's what you're looking for, possibly. You're possibly looking for a way to be direct, assertive, but also no bullshit. Like, I could see that being a possibility. Ooh. The Moon again. Probably because you don't want to be in your feelings. You don't want to be burdened by emotion. You don't want to be ran by your feelings. You want to be logical, you want to be sensible. Sorry about the laundry in the background. Two of Swords. So we have the Justice, the Prince of Wands, and the Two of Swords. So Yeah, I could see this being where you're trying not to let things bother you, but your foundation is trying to find the balance between the two. So you're stuck at this crossroads, and you're trying to look at it from an adult point of view, so as to say. Which is probably why the Justice is the foundation of the situation, because that's where you want to be. You want to be in touch with yourself completely, but you're not. You're letting either your ego take over, your emotions take over, and the other aspect of you is getting the back burner. And since you're not being quite yourself right now. Then we have the Devil, followed by the Six of Cups, followed by the Nine of Swords. Indicating a certain kind of conflict with wanting to have a relationship, I see. Because you're in the background while everybody is chastising one person, yet you see this person as somebody that you feel you have to look out for, or you have a situation going on with a friend that you want to have a relationship with, not like in a sexual or a boyfriend-girlfriend or a boyfriend-girlfriend sense of being, but you want to have a good foundation, a good relationship with them, I think. And you feel like you always have to look out for them, which is a good friend to have. I mean, that's how we are. We're very friendly. We are very loyal. So we have the Death card followed by the Sun and the King of Coins. Ooh-wee. Indicating that you're ready to take off on new adventures. Once you let go of all that baggage, you're, I think, going to be ready to, how do they say, I'm ready for whatever comes my way type thing. Which is probably why the Sun card was over here for clarification, positivity, and forward movement. We have the Ten of Cups followed by the Hangman and the Knight of Cups. So I'm seeing that, yeah, you want peace. You want a relationship. You're on the fence about it because you've had quite some experience with relationships where they weren't so happy, they weren't so healthy, and it aged you to where you're just like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to feel the way that I used to feel because of the anger and the hurt that I felt with this previous relationship. So you don't want to take your extra whatevers beyond. Okay, I see that. And that makes a lot of sense to me. So we have the Six of Wands followed by another Six of Wands followed by a Page of Wands. Again, this leadership and this example that you're trying to set for somebody is because it's like you're laying down the law. Like you're telling this person, this is how you should take the world. This is words to live by, so to speak, advice. So again, I could see this being a parent relationship, parent to child, mentor to big brother, big sister, whatever the situation is. You apply it where it needs to be. So then we have the Four of Wands followed by the Fool and the Ten of Wands. Excuse me, I can see this meaning where, again, new beginnings, death to everything that ever hurt you, anything that ever scared you. You're not going to be taking, you're going to be taking lessons, but you're not going to be taking the feelings that burdened you. You're going to be taking the lesson and applying it where it needs to be applied to. Then we have the Ten of Wands over here. So I see your childlike energy teaching your adult self that it's okay to be scared, but you never really got anywhere hiding in the cupboard. You had to live life. You had to venture forward. You had to have some of these experiences. And your child side is reminding your adult side that it's okay to go through this. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be scared. maybe you are supposed to be getting in touch with your emotions. Maybe you are supposed to be a little bit more compassionate in order to teach this person, or in order to move forward in a relationship sense or point of view, because, I mean, everything's a learning experience, right? Well, we have a wandering path, enjoy the journey. Desert passage, trust there is a divine plan. And navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. So, yeah, I'm thinking this is a lesson that you have to learn, which is why they're telling you to enjoy the journey. Trust that there is a divine plan. Again, incorporating by this Two of Wands, where there's some things that you're just going to have to learn. Follow your bliss. I see new adventures, I see new paths, I see new beginnings, and I see exploration. So once you get all your stuff tied down to where you need it to be, you're going to go ahead and feel comfortable enough moving forward. Because again, in essence, you already learned what you needed to learn. Well, Earth sign, I hope this helped you. I hope it clarified a few things, and I hope it made you feel a little bit more comfortable in your own skin. Essentially, if you want to contact me, go ahead and send me an email. If not, I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.